Hey, welcome to World Code Updates. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The night sky over the South China Sea was shattered by an emergency. Two U.S. Navy aircraft from the USS Gerald R. Ford crashed into contested waters. Urgent rescue operations began as the world held its breath, waiting for answers. Search and rescue helicopters scoured the sea for American service members. This incident is a stark reminder of the risks faced daily in defense of national interests. The Pentagon has begun releasing official details to quell speculation. The incident occurred at 2100 hours local time, October 30th, 2025. Two aircraft, an FA-18E Super Hornet and an E-2D Hawkeye, suffered sudden catastrophic systems failures. Both were operating from the USS Gerald R. Ford in international waters of the South China Sea. The Navy has confirmed all crew members from both aircraft have been successfully recovered and are in stable condition. The rapid rescue is a testament to the skill and bravery of the search and rescue teams. The focus now shifts to the investigation. Two separate inquiries are underway, one for each aircraft. Recovering wreckage and flight data recorders from the seafloor is a top priority. These black boxes hold the key to understanding what went wrong. Official statements remain cautious. Rear Admiral Daniel Cheever emphasized the safe recovery of aircrew and a commitment to a thorough investigation. The Navy insists operations in the region will continue, undeterred. The world watches and waits for answers. President Trump addressed the nation, expressing relief for the crew's safety and vowing to uncover the cause. He praised the Navy's rescue operation and reassured the public. Trump introduced a theory, bad fuel. You get a bad batch of fuel and it can cause tremendous problems, he said. Fuel contamination is a plausible explanation for simultaneous engine failures, suggesting an internal failure rather than an attack. However, Trump did not rule out other possibilities. Nothing is off the table. Right now, we have no confirmation of any hostile action. Zero. This statement aims to calm fears while keeping all options open. By mentioning bad fuel first, Trump steers the narrative away from immediate conflict, buying time for investigators and diplomats. His approach combines reassurance with a hint of mystery, emphasizing American strength and competence. The focus on bad fuel may be strategic, de-escalating a potentially explosive situation. But by leaving the door open, Trump signals to Beijing that the U.S. will respond if evidence of an attack emerges. The investigation's outcome will shape the next steps. For now, the administration urges patience and vigilance. The world waits for clarity. While Trump floated the bad fuel theory, defense circles are abuzz with a more alarming possibility. Electronic warfare. Electronic warfare, or EW, uses the electromagnetic spectrum to disrupt enemy systems. A targeted electronic attack could have disabled both the Super Hornet and the Hawkeye, causing simultaneous failures. The E-2D Hawkeye, a flying command center, is a prime target for such attacks. Disabling it would blind a carrier strike group, creating chaos. Reports of increased Chinese military activity and advanced EW systems on artificial islands add to suspicions. These bases are equipped with radar jammers and potentially directed energy weapons. The idea that one of these systems was tested on U.S. targets is chilling. A related theory, cyber attack. Modern aircraft are flying computers, vulnerable to malicious code. Such attacks are hard to detect and trace. Both EW and cyber attacks represent a new, shadowy form of conflict. The first shots may be fired with invisible energy, not missiles. The investigation must determine if this was a tragic accident or a new kind of warfare. As speculation swirls in Washington, Beijing responds with sharp denials. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Feng dismissed any suggestion of Chinese involvement as groundless and irresponsible. She accused the U.S. of provocative military activities, calling them the true source of regional tension. Beijing's tactic "deny everything," turn accusations back on the U.S. Chinese state media, mocked the bad fuel theory, suggesting U.S. incompetence. Editorials question how a superpower could fail to fuel its own warplanes. This propaganda aims to undermine American prestige and project Chinese strength. Behind public denials, the Chinese military is on high alert, monitoring U.S. investigation and recovery efforts. The increased U.S. naval presence for salvage operations is seen as a potential threat. The incident has heightened tension and mistrust. Chinese planners are analyzing the event, preparing for any U.S. response. The war of words is just the surface of deeper strategic calculations. Both sides are bracing for the investigation's outcome. The stakes in the South China Sea have never been higher. To understand the incident, consider the aircraft involved. The F/A-18E Super Hornet is the Navy's multi-role fighter, known for reliability and versatility. It was on a routine patrol, part of the carrier's defensive screen. Losing a Super Hornet is a significant blow to combat capability. The E-2D Advanced Hawkeye is even more critical, a flying command center with a massive radar dome. Its mission airborne early warning and control, coordinating the carrier strike group. Losing a Hawkeye severely degrades situational awareness. The USS Gerald R. Ford's mission: maintain U.S. presence in the Indo-Pacific, reassure allies, and enforce international law. These operations are essential for readiness and deterrence. The South China Sea is one of the world's most militarized zones, crisscrossed by vital shipping lanes and claimed by China. U.S. vessels here are under constant Chinese surveillance. Any accident or miscalculation can be misinterpreted as a hostile act. The stakes are high, and the margin for error is razor thin. The South China Sea is a flashpoint for international conflict, with tensions at a peak. China's 9-dash line claims nearly 90% of the sea, ignoring rival claims from Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan. China has built and militarized artificial islands, equipping them with runways, ports, and missile batteries. The U.S. responds with freedom of navigation operations, challenging China's claims and asserting international law. These FONOPs are a constant source of friction, with Chinese warships shadowing U.S. vessels and aggressive maneuvers common. The risk of miscalculation is ever present. Past incidents, like the 2001 EP-3 collision, show how quickly crises can escalate. More recently, Chinese vessels have harassed Filipino and Vietnamese ships. The crash of 2 U.S. Navy aircraft is the most serious incident in years. It comes amid China's massive military modernization, including new carriers and carrier-killer missiles. Beijing's growing power challenges U.S. dominance in the Western Pacific. The region is a powder keg, and every incident adds fuel. This incident ripples across the Indo-Pacific, alarming America's allies. Nations like Japan, South Korea, the Philippines, and Australia rely on U.S. security. Any sign of U.S. vulnerability raises questions about regional stability. The U.S. has strengthened alliances with joint exercises and expanded security pacts. Even European nations have sent warships to the South China Sea, signaling support for international law. China views these alliances as attempts at containment, fueling a cycle of action and reaction. As the U.S. and allies increase cooperation, China accelerates its military buildup. Each side sees its actions as defensive, the others as provocative. A classic security dilemma. The crash will dominate discussions among allied defense ministers and intelligence agencies. The incident forces a reckoning. U.S.-China competition is a real and present danger. Regional prosperity and security depend on a fragile peace. That peace now seems more precarious than ever. The world is watching, and the stakes are global. The crash of the Super Hornet and Hawkeye is more than a naval mishap. It's a stark illustration of a new era of great power competition. The South China Sea is now a primary arena for U.S.-China rivalry. If the crashes were accidental, it's a wake-up call about military strain and readiness. If they were caused by electronic or cyber attack, a new threshold has been crossed. Such attacks blur the line between peace and war, making attribution difficult and escalation more likely. Future conflicts may begin with mysterious accidents, not open hostilities. This ambiguity is dangerous, inviting deniable attacks and risky responses. The Halloween night incident exposes the tense reality of today's strategic competition. The fate of the recovered crew is a relief, but the questions raised will echo for years. In this new Cold War, the line between peace and conflict is perilously thin.